stone soup for supper. Tuesday night there was spaghetti and meatballs for supper. Daddy was out of town on a business trip, and so as a treat, Mommy made the children's favorite meal. Nora ate 2 portions and Teddy ate 3. They both had red beards and mustache and full stomachs when they finished. On Wednesday, Teddy announced, Tonight, I want you to cook my favorite food. I thought spaghetti was your favorite, said Mommy. Not anymore. It's Nora's favorite, not mine. Tonight I want mine, demanded Teddy. Okay, agreed Mommy. She thought Teddy would ask for hot dogs or French toast, but he surprised her. I want stone soup. Stone soup? That's just a story, Mommy said, laughing. The 3 soldiers only pretend that they can make soup from a stone to trick the people into sharing their food. Everyone gives something for seasoning, and soon there's a big pot of soup. Don't you remember? I can't really make it. Besides, how do you know it's your favorite? You don't eat any vegetable. Stone soup has lots of vegetables. I love vegetables in stone soup, says Teddy. Well, we don't even have any stones, explained Mommy. Besides, it's raining outside, so we can't go to the park to look for stones. I have a stone, cried Nora. She had been sitting very quietly listening to Teddy's discussion with Mommy. Now she ran to her bedroom. On Daddy's deck was a large, smooth stone picked up on the beach in Maine before she and Teddy were born. Teddy ran to his bedroom and returned with a library book called Stone Soup that Mommy had read at bedtime the night before. Here is the cookbook, he called out. That's not a cookbook, said Mommy, but she opened the book and began mumbling to herself about onions, carrots, and potatoes. Hooray! shouted Nora and Teddy, jumping up and down. Stone soup for supper. Mommy went to the refrigerator and took out some carrots. I think I'm all out of onions, she remembered. Nora, you can go upstairs and ask Mrs. Wurmbrand if we may borrow an onion. No, she corrected herself, asked if she could spare 2 onions. I want to go, shouted Teddy. All right, go together, said Mommy. You can take this measuring cup and stop at the Michaels too. Ask Mrs. Michael if she had any barley. And remember, don't ring the doorbell. Just knock softly. Little Rosa may be asleep. It's time for his afternoon nap. Son Rosa was 2 years old. He still took naps like baby. Nora and Teddy didn't wait for the elevator. They ran up the flight of stairs to the 8th floor. They rang Mrs. Wurmbrand's bell and waited for her slow steps. As they stood there, the apartment door next to Mrs. W's opened. Out walked Mrs. Mind Your Own Business, wearing a raincoat and rain hat and carrying an umbrella. What are your children doing standing here in the hall? She demanded. Does your mother know that you're running about? We came to borrow 2 onions, explained Nora. For stone soup, Teddy added. Your mother should plan her shopping better, observed Mrs. Mind Your Own Business as she got onto the elevator. Let's not invite her to have any soup, Nora whispered to Daddy. But we can invite Mrs. Umbran and Rochelle because they are going to lend us food. The door opened and Mrs. W. greeted her young friends warmly, inviting them inside. Nora, why aren't you at school today? Asked Mrs. Umbran. The children explained that it was spring recess and that kindergarten was closed all week. Downstairs, Mommy scrubbed the stone that has been sitting as a paperweight on Daddy's desk all these years. A half-hour passed before the children returned. Their mouths showed that Mrs. W. had given them each some chocolate as well as the onions. And they had stopped to try out Rochelle's new tricycle, which he didn't even know how to ride yet. Mommy cut up the onions and put them in her largest pot, which was already filled with boiling water and a stone. Both children climbed up on a chair to peek inside the pot. Next, their mother cut up the carrots. Do you remember to put in salt and pepper? Asked Teddy. He had a good memory for a boy in this age. Mommy put the pepper and the barley. I have powdered mashed potatoes, potato chips, and frozen French fries, she told Nora and Teddy. I don't have any real potatoes. Shall we just leave them out? Oh no, the children protested. We can't leave anything out. Let's borrow some from Anita, suggested Nora. Anita was their prettiest neighbor. She lived by herself in a tiny apartment, and she had long red fingernails and long blonde hair. She had a school teacher home on vacation, just like Nora. So off went the children across the hall to borrow the potato. They returned with potatoes and also a small bag of mushrooms. Anita said these were left over from the dinner she cooked last night, Nora explained, and she showed me how she puts on eyelashes. I'd like some extra eyelashes for my next birthday. I think they will come in handy. Handy for what? Asked Mommy as she peeled the potatoes. Teddy looked nervously into the bag of mushrooms. Are you sure these aren't poison mushrooms? She demanded. He was remembering the mushroom in Story of Barbara.